Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, these are mods for Thursday, 23rd of September. Don't ask. All sorts of problems yesterday. It's all good. We have got some updates. We've got the Flegel TDK Unimog by HD Modding, the Liebherr LH26 by Kenny456, and the Modern Cow Stable by Modding Association Katsuo. They've all had updates. In front of me, we've got the 55 by 115 post frame cold storage by LegacyAg-LAC, 5.72 megabytes download, 13 slots, 84,900. Which is this one just here. Build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. Press your R3 or customization option and you'll get the option to change the colour of the building. Now when it says cold storage, it's not like a fridge in it or anything like that. It's not bale and pallet storage or anything like that. It's just the pole shed, pole barn. Over to the side here, we have got our lights. Like so. And our door. Very nice. Next to that, we have got the 60 by 152 shop and cold storage by LegacyAg-LAC and Retro Mods. 22.41 megabytes download, 47 slots, 189,900. Also, customization option of colour. Again, build mode and actually, yeah, this was build mode and sheds as well. As I say, was it in tools? Actually, I better check that. Didn't write it on my notes. Where did I find it? It was tools, wasn't it? There you go. That one's tools. First one's sheds, this one's tools. So come out of there. Big double door on the side here for putting vehicles in. Big double door this side as well. For our ins and outs and whatnot. Come across the way here. Small door, bit of racking. There's rolls of pipe, plastic tubing, drain tile, however you refer to it, just there. And then our actual workshop is this side. No, that's the wrong one. This one just here. There we go. Here's our door in. From the inside, where's our door? Why won't that open? There's our lights. Oh, hang on. There we go. Very nice indeed. Large area, plenty of space. Workshop, repair only, not repair and repaint. That's the 60 by 152 shop and cold storage. Next to that we've got this, the bagger. This may have a problem. Potentially we'll get an update. I'm not too sure. We will see. This is 1.29 megabytes download by A2OK. 1 slot and 50 to buy. Build mode and factories is where you'll find it. Just there at the bottom. So this basically just bags up these various different products into smaller bags that can be lifted. And I like the concept of that actually as well. When you're driving out, grabbing a pickup, grabbing whatever it is you've bagged up, throwing it into the back of a pickup or in, you know, one of the box things you get on the front or rear of tractors or whatever it might be. I think it's very cool. But here's where I have found a potential issue. Putting in, as you can see, is done here. So we've got 1,000 litre storage for barley, canola, corn, oat, seed, sunflower, wheat. When I say storage, it's not a store. It's not supposed to be. It's literally supposed to be you bring over whatever it is, put it in, and then you switch it on and bag it. And when I say switch it on and bag it, you notice none of these are switched on? Not one. I bought oats over 1,000 litres, put that in, the bags automatically came out. I had no control over it whatsoever. So if I've got multiple things in here, which again I have now, it wasn't letting me switch it on to control what came out. So I'm not sure if I move these out of the way now, of the 3 items I've got in there, I don't know what bags are going to spawn next. Assuming any bag's going to spawn now. I don't know why it just automatically did it. Maybe it's because it was the first thing was in there, but which I found a bit frustrating. Because nothing's going to spawn now. That's curious. Right, so no, there we go. What's that again? Oats. So I can't... I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to... They're on storing, so... If I put them on distributing, they could distribute out. If I put them on selling, they're going to sell. So I don't know... I mean, the fact you can bag up seeds, I think that's quite cool as well. Let's turn that on. Let's come up with an exclamation mark. I guess because there's no room. But how do I stop them? Don't know. Let's move these out of the way and see if it does it again. I'll say, I like the idea. Very cool. But potentially an issue. Let's see what comes out now. Oats again. I can't... I guess, potentially then, it's only designed, I suppose once I've got 10 bags out of it, there'll be no more oats left. Oh, now we've got a seed. So yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. I've been into this 2 or 3 times now thinking, is there something obvious that I've done wrong? I've still got 100 litres of oats. So yeah, if you've got all those things full, it seems to be then potentially a bit random what you're going to get out. Unless, of course, you're only supposed to bring one thing at a time. Like I say, it's not supposed to be a storage place. It's literally, you put 1,000 litres in of whatever it is you want to bag up. You bag it, you walk away. You don't store things in here, so you should only do one thing at a time. I guess that's probably what the reasoning behind it is. But anyway, there it is. That's what it does, and that's what it is doing. That's the bagger. Next, we've got this just here. This is the container dredged. This by Unstoppable, 2.16 megabytes download, 2 slots, 24,000 litre capacity. This is designed to work with hook lift lorries, various different ones. I just got one from the Mercedes-Benz pack because that's sort of the current thing at the moment. And like, this will do pretty much every single liquid, including, well, I mean, pretty much every single liquid. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? This was found under, and again, I didn't write it in my notes, and I don't know why I didn't write it in my notes. I think, was it trailers? I'm sure it was trailers. There we go. Search dredged, says container. 24,000 litres, all those things at the bottom. So your various different oils, including rice oil, buffalo milk, goat milk, regular milk. You know, it does everything. Grape juice, water, then all your seed. Diesel exhaust fluid, slurry, digestate, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, everything. Options on this, we can do the bottom colour and we can do the top colour. You can see which colours are which. You can switch those out if you want to, and then it just hooks up to this or similar. Other hook lifts are available. Cool thing this as well is, it's this one has the rear. Oh, okay. I'll say this one hasn't got the reverse camera, but it has got the rear view mirrors. Oh, I was just going to say, it's really cool. It's got a rear view mirror, reverse camera. There we go. We've got rice oil in it. And then off you go to deliver, transfer, share, you know, if you've got digestate in it, or slurry, if you're doing slurrying work, or whatever it might be. That is that. A container dredged. Next just here, we've got the EuroMilk. Just here, looks like actually that's sunk into the ground, or the tyres are flat. One of the two. The EuroMilk Rino FXXS 1200 HD and 1400 HD by Bartson V3. 6.5 megabytes download and 5 slots. You'll find it under your animals section. Forage mixers just there. We've got a 12,000 litre or a 14,000 litre option. 50 horsepower required, nice and low, which is pretty good. So there you go, there's our 12,000 litre, there's our 14. And total mix ration is what gets made. What's nice about this as well, you've got the left and right unload. You'd also have, you go in cab and spin round to the side there. We have got a monitor on there, so it gives us our load, how much we've got in there. What am I noticing? Maybe it was just from a distance. L1, turn on mixer. Oh, start the engine, be good at it. Does sound pretty cool when it's turned on. Then we've got left side, right side, front load. We'll go left side. As you can see, it's 37, 37, 20% and 4% if you've gone for that ratio. And with all of these, you can still do separate. You can get total mix ration from just silage and hay. You can do silage, hay and straw. If you want to put mineral feed in, you can, but that's what it does if it does the correct mix, if you want to call it the correct mix. Unload here, loads up that. out it pours, and the right side is the opposite. Doesn't get more straightforward than that. Next we've got the John Deere 45, which is this little beauty. Very nice indeed. This is 23.18 megabytes download by ML modding and ortin modding. 6 slots for the harvester. Then we've got 2 headers. We've got a standard header, which is the 45 header, 3 slots and 3 meters. Then the 210, which is a corn header, 3 slots, 2 meters. I've gone for the standard header. I'll show you the corn header in the menu. But yeah, it's a very cool looking bit of kit, this. Old school. I love that design. That's really, really nice. Anyway, this you'll find then. Harvesters. And just there. 20,500. It's only got a 1,800 litre tank. It's a very small harvester. But if you want to get started, to get going in your harvesting adventures, we've got Trelleborg, BKT, Lizard, back again, Trelleborg, Standard, Twins, BKT, Standard and Twins. Lizard, we've got wides, wide 2s, Standard, Twins, Standard 2, Twin 2. The 2s are all just slightly worn. License plate option on there as well. And then we go to our headers. There's your John Deere 45 header. No options on that. Comes just like that. Then we come out of there and we go to the corn headers. So I didn't get one of these out, but there you go. 2 meters wide. The John Deere 210. Looks like that. So, let's hop on. Lights. Light on the top. I do like the fact, because you have augers and stuff, a lot of these were like belts and paddles, so they would kind of go up and round. I'm not saying there's not an auger in there, but because it's sort of squared, it was almost like a paddle system that would bring stuff up. Anyway, just saying that will come out into there. Pipe out. Don't think we've got a beacon on this actually. No. Pre-beacons. We'll see the stuff coming out of that. There we go. Very cool. First person. Oops. That's nice, that. All the belts moving, levers, arms, pulleys. Just a thoroughly pleasant mod, that. The John Deere 45. Next. We've got this. This is the John Deere 4755-4955 by AAA Modding. 33.95 megabytes download. We got one is, oh, they're both actually 10 slots. There's a 2-wheel drive version and a 4-wheel drive version. The options are pretty much the same. There's a few tyre choices, which obviously if you've got the 4-wheel drive, you've got options for more tyres on the front. You'll see. So let's go to our tractors. There you go. There's our 4755 4-wheel drive. There's our 4755 2-wheel drive. Price is the same. Base game. So base game in a standard configuration. Or even though you're getting a 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive, I think you're getting more bang for your buck on the 4-wheel drive. Anyway, that being said, 4755. So we've got 190 horsepower, or we've got 228. Those are 2 options for that. We've got Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein. Back to Lizard. So we've got standard. Now, actually, this is curious. These all start on standard 2 because that one is the first mod, if that makes sense. Same horsepower on the engines, but this one you've got Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, back to Lizard. And it starts on standard. So this is the standards, and then on the 2-wheel drive version, they're standard 2s. Yeah. I don't make up the rules. It is what it is. So let's do this one. So wheel weights. Rear twin, standard. That's our options on that. Trelleborg, EU. Wheel weights, rear twin, narrow. Rear narrow twins all round. Back to standard. I mean, Trelleborg has the most options. You generally find that wheel weights, rear twin 2 brings them in closer, so you've got kind of row crops like that, and then in tight like that. Rear twin 2 standard. Then we got, I won't go for all the tyre choices within those, but you know we got a few to choose from. On the back we've got standard attacher, we've got the K80 with a ball, and then we've got the new K80, which isn't quite a ball, it's kind of a latch pin system, similar sort of thing, does a similar sort of thing. Beacons, no or yes. We've got design US and EU, which is interesting because usually the US version has the stalks. This one, you go to EU, that puts stalks on. Just one of those things. Fenders, no, yes. That's just the back, you can't do the front fenders. Attached at the moment, we've got a front 3-point, 60, 300, 420, 540, 660, 780, back to 3-point. Front loader attacher, Hauer, no. And then license plate. If we come to the 2-wheel drive version, so as I said, if we go to the trailer box, so do this again, so standard 2 it starts on, then EU, then wheel weight, rear twin closer in, narrow tyre, rear narrow twin, but it doesn't change the fronts. And then those tyre choices then are replicated through the system. Attached the same, beacons, design, fender, 3-point, front loader attacher, license plate are all the same. Just like I say, just in a 2-wheel drive configuration. Lights, beacon, if you chose the beacon option. Do we have, I'm trying to remember, I don't think we've got doors or windows to open on this one. No, we haven't. I always think these, I mean, I love them. They're absolutely fantastic. The bonnets are so long. It must just be certain locations. I've never noticed it before, but as I'm turning, my tyres are disappearing into the ground. It must be the ground itself, not the tyres. But like I say, I don't recall seeing that before. Interior. Very nice. Sound of the door closing as well. Nice touch. The John Deere 47554 next we're going to look at in here. Actually, we're going to do first under wheel loader tools. We have got this here. This is the Lizard Silage Fork by Duysens-Agri. 2.64 megabytes download. 2 slots. 5,500 litre. Main colour and design colour can be changed on that. Those pins on the back, I did get one of these out to try it on the wheel loader because I wasn't sure what those did, and they didn't serve a function in so much as using this. They were just on there. So there you go. 5,500 litre silage fork. Come out of there and we come down to our weights. Just there we have got the Lizard SelfMade weight by VuleX. 1.16 megabyte download. 2 slots. Option on this, we can change the design colour, which is the cover plate on the outside over the weight. Again, straightforward. Come out of there and we come into this menu here and we go up and across to silos. Down to here, we've got one of these out, 7,500. This is the Manure Heap, 145,000 litre capacity, 1.63 megabyte download, 2 slots by I don't know if it's Kubies, KUBXXZ. Cubbies. Anyway, so I've placed one of these out already just so you can see, because when I was trying to do it like this, airborne, you couldn't get close enough into it to really see the detailing on it. It's got some nice sort of mottling and weathering and bits and bobs on it. This needs to be placed near an animal pen because this isn't a storage in so much as you can put manure in, then take manure out. This fills up when you use it next to an animal pen, and then you can take out from it. That's the manure heap. Next, we've got the new Holland T9 series. Now, there may be an issue, a tiny little thing with this that I noticed. So, this is 61.89 megabytes download by Hispano JHHG modding. 13 slots and 15 slots, the standard wheeled and tracked version. Let's just say that. Now, I put yellow tracks on this because I thought the new Holland blue, well, I mean, I tweaked the colours a little bit using the colour configuration tool. to make them a little bit look more like blue power versions. And regardless, I put yellow tracks on, New Holland yellow, because I thought that was quite, and it was a stark contrast, looked great. I saved the game to go and do something else, came back in. When I came back in, they'd turned white. So I don't know if you'll encounter that, just something to be aware of. If you do change the track colour, maybe when you save it and come back in, the track colour might have changed, so it's just something to be aware of. So as you can see, very nicely made and detailed. They do sound good as well. Quite a few options on them. I'm sure that's changed colour as well. I'm sure I went for a lighter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, potentially. You never know with these things, do you? You can make sweeping sound. I think this is going to get an update and then they'll never get touched again. Under large tractors. So there you go. There's our wheeled version, the T9. Then you've got T9 tracked. 343,419 base price. So we've got 469, 525, 557, 613, 647 and 692 on the horsepower. Then back to 469. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Lizard. It's got the big old LSWs. Then back to Trelleborg. I'll show you on the Trelleborgs. We've got standard, wheel weights, wides, weights, twins, weights, twin wheels 2, weights, back to standard. Pretty much all of them have those options. They go to twins. There's no triples on these, or none that I came across. But if you go back to the lizards, you've got your wides, doubles, wide tyres. I think it's just wides and doubles, isn't it? Yeah. Bit of a monster in that configuration. Beacon light, left and right. Left on its own, right on its own, left and right. Oh, sorry, no, and then left and right. There you go. Window tint, 0, 25, 50, 75, 100% tinted. Back. Main colour, again, fiddle around if you've got the colour configuration tool. But you can change the main colour, which does that, the top part. Design colour does the bottom part. Let's go red, for example, does all of that. So you can change the bottom section if you want to. Engine grid, let's go green. So you can see those stand out. There you go, does all the grids there. Rear view mirrors, so you can actually mix and match your mirrors if you wanted to. Like that. Seat colour, if you want to change the seat colour on the inside you can. Rim colour, if you wanted to go, like I say, it depends if you've got the colour configuration. So if you want to do metallics and stuff, again, you can fiddle around with that. License plate option on there too. Then we've got the tracked version, 517, 550, 605, 638, 682. I think that's how as high as it went. Yeah, 682. Then beacon lights, left and right, left on its own, right on its own. I think exactly the same. No. Then back. Window tint was the same. Main colour, design colour, engine grid, rear view mirror, seat colour, crawlers. So yeah, I put the crawlers on yellow. Might have gone for a slightly darker, richer one. I thought that's quite cool. But yeah, when I came back out and came back in again. But then you can do the rim colour if you've got the tracked version. You can change those as well, which does all your jockey wheels. So you can have a real fiddle around on changing that. And license maps in there too. So let's hop in this one, start it up. Beacons. It does sound good and it does look good. I don't use enough New Hollands in game. So L1, right stick up and down. Let's see, do it from inside. Right stick up and down does that mirror. Oh yes, I remember the other problem with this. Does that mirror. R1, no, so L1, yeah. So L1, right stick up and down does that one. L1, right stick side to side does that one. Which is fine. Interior. Lovely. So, not only do I have the problem with the tracks changing colour, this one, again, sounds great. But, look at the mirrors now. If I go L1, right stick up and down, right stick side to side, I think the actual angle, they're not rotating around the pole. They're just dancing around, don't they? Look. I can't control that. That's so yeah, I'm assuming it will get an update. They're nice looking tractors with some nice options. I just think it might get a bit of a tweak. Potentially. Next we've got, behind here, the pumpkin, melon and watermelon greenhouses by CapAro. 6.67 megabytes download, 6 slots, 7 slots and 7 slots. Small, medium, large. These you'll find not in there. You'll find these under greenhouses. Price wise 7,500, 15,000, 30,000. They only require water, and the recipes and cycles and stuff go up dependent upon. So this one takes 10,000 litres of water. This one does 20,000 and this one does 40,000. I think it doubled each time. Yes. And then, well, actually, let's go in and look at one of these. I would say the detail on this stuff is really cool as well. Nice. So, where's our... There we go, manage production. So we go to small first. You'll see there, water 10,000. You'll do 7,000 litres of each, and we've got a 1-to-1 on the melon. Pumpkin 2-to-1, and then watermelon is a 1-to-2. So you're doubling that. That one you're halving, and that one is staying the same. We go to a medium. It's a 2-to-2, so it's still the same. Pumpkin 4-to-2. You're still losing half, and then the watermelon you're still doubling, but the recipes have doubled. So rather than 1, it's 2s, and so on. And if we go to the large one, it's then 4-to-4, 8-to-4, 4-to-8. And like I say, don't need any seed, fertiliser, or anything like that. They'll chug away to their heart's content, and you'll get your pallets of things out. Watermelon, melon, or pumpkin. As far as sell prices go, oh yeah, that was interesting, because the recipes weren't... Oh, I suppose, yeah, the pumpkin is a 2-to-1, so you're losing half. I say you're losing half. What are you losing? You're only putting water in there, aren't you? So it'll take longer to get pumpkin. I mean, that being said, that's 31 litres, 29 litres, 31 litres. So it's not that much slower. So if we look at the prices, you'll see it's an interesting one. We come down to a melon, and then watermelon. There's a melon. There you go, 940, 936, 931, so mid-9s. If we come to our pumpkin, 1718. So yeah, it's not... I suppose, yeah, you will gain, because the first one you're getting flat rate. The watermelon you're doubling, so even though the price is lower, you'll get double. Yeah, I suppose it all kind of balances out at the end of the day, doesn't it? So we come down to a watermelon, just there, 932, 890, 880. So into the 9s, low 9s, high 8s. There you go. Pumpkin, melon, watermelon, greenhouses. Now I put one of these out just to see. I was curious to see whether or not these would have an option for removing any of the decorative items on them. Doesn't hurt to double check these things. This is the shed package. So this is 16.83 megabytes download by Roger. Again, notes, yes, by Roger. 6 slots, 10 slots, 9 slots. There, each one is 7,500. Build mode and sheds is where you'll locate these items. So there's our first one, which looks like that. Like I say, with a little bit of decorative items on it. Metal, a little bit rusted, nicely made and detailed. The second one we've got out already, that one there. Then the third one is a slightly longer version. But like I say, nice detailing with the weathering and a bit of mottling and moss and whatnot, and a few decorative items. This has got these concrete panels on it that are kind of pre-formed panels, slabs you slide into place. Just nicely made and detailed, as you can see. There you have it. That is the sheds package. And then finally, don't go chasing them, people. We've got waterfalls. This is the Waterfall Package by Ian. Waterfalls by Ian. 2.59 megabytes download, 7 slots times 3, and one of them is 4 slots. Now, they look great, they sound great. And if you're trying to add a bit of flair and stuff into your maps, you want to change things up a little bit. We've had 2 or 3 decorative rock packs recently, so you could build in a whole rocky thing and, you know, do what you like. Fiddle around with it. What's the rule? Save your game first before you make any changes. I had a bit of a fiddle around, and you know, it was very quickly. You can landscape these in. It's going to be a lot of fiddling around, but again, save your game before you try anything, because if it doesn't work the way you were hoping, you can always go back to your previous save. But then, like I say, they do sound great. Nice animations, and there's a water bit on the top. If we look here, you see the water plane on the top. So if you build this in, you can have them either going one into the next, or one on its own, with a pool at the top, or whatever, and do it's entirely to you. So we come down to our decoration section, and these are our 4. So for 200, you've got the small one, just there. 400 gets you the massive one. I'm not sure about the pricing, that's weird. 400 gets you the big one. Then 500 gets you the medium. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but it doesn't matter. That's the pricing. And then this one just gets you a water plane with extra waterfall, which is cool, because if you do this and place it, I mean, if you want to place a big one, you can add more waterfalls to an existing one already. And what's curious with this is, and look at the bottom as well, the detail is great. I thought, you know what, where I could try this out and where this would work probably quite well, if we come over to here, and interestingly, I think it's the actual one from here. Look, if you look at it, it fits in there absolutely perfectly. But you could, if you wanted to, add in some extra waterfalls. I say you can fiddle around your heart's content and have a bit of fun with it. It's entirely up to you. Put it across the middle, maybe. Anyway, that's what it's for. That's, you know. So I'll show you what I've done over here. Like I say, it's not pretty, and it's just I haven't blended it into the landscape fully. I tried to build the rocks up at the bottom. Like I say, you need to save it a little bit. I put that flat plane one on the bottom here, so the kind of water runs into a pool and then runs away. I can make myself a little thing. This would work well. There's that water planes pack, isn't there? And there's water plants. There's all sorts of stuff. So you could use a combination of these to make a whole, you know, a river system and all sorts of stuff if you wanted to. Now I had to put in some trees and bushes and stuff around, because when I tried to landscape this in, building up around it, it didn't want to go right up to the edge. And if I built the ground up first then tried to put it in, it wouldn't go in far enough for it to sit right. So like I say, a bit of fiddling around will be required. If you're a better landscaper than I, you'll probably get it perfect. And then you've got your water plane at the top if you want to fiddle around with that. I've just lost my volume completely. All my sound's gone. That was weird. My sound just completely cut out. Anyway, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, people. That's the waterfalls package, and that's it for the mods for Thursday the 25th. Did I say 23rd at the start? 25th of September. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. If you want to hang around for a few minutes, I'm going to speed this up and see what these pallets look like. If you don't want to stay, that's absolutely fine. And thanks for watching. And there you have it. One pallet of each. Watermelon, melon and pumpkin. Oh, they are liftable as well. Oh, that's cool. Good to know. I think one of the best bowling balls I ever saw was spray painted to look like a watermelon. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching.